Path of Kriya Yoga, Video 4. What is Kriya Pranayama? Now, in order for us to be able to understand what Kriya Yoga Pranayama breathing exercise is and how it works, it is best if we just remind ourselves of what prana is. So prana is the vital force, the vital energy which gives rise to creation and to life and sustains life. Now, prana is an energy which can't be depleted, can't be added to. It can change its form. It can be manifested in a specific form, or it can be unmanifested, but it remains stable in its potency. So this prana exists within the mind-body system, and it exists in 10 forms, which are called vital winds, or 10 prana vayus. And so these are 5 major winds and 5 minor winds, 5 major vayus. And the 5 major vayus are respiration, circulation, digestion, excretion, and intuition. Now, these 5 vayus, or 5 vital winds, are occurring in the body. But it is difficult for us to observe them because they're happening at a very subtle level. And so the best way for us to go about observing prana and the movement of prana within the body is to observe the first prana vayu, which is titled prana, which is respiration. So we observe the breathing process as a means to becoming aware of the flow of prana within the mind-body system. So we pay attention to the breathing process by paying attention to the air entering through the nostrils and leaving through the nostrils, through the rise and fall of the upper cavity as a cause of the lungs inflating and deflating. And so we can become aware of this process. Now, the breathing process, the whole function of the breathing process, as we know, is to deliver oxygen to the cells around the body. Now, in our ordinary living, most of us have developed habits of breathing which doesn't really allow for the efficient and effective delivery of oxygen to the cells around the body. So we can employ breathing exercises to help us, first of all, to develop an awareness of the breathing process, an awareness of the process of inhalation, transition, and exhalation. We can carry out breathing exercises so that we become aware of the flow of air through the left nostril and through the right nostril. So these breathing exercises are referred to as pranayama exercises or pranayama breathing exercises. And the whole idea is that by practicing these exercises, we're able to extend the free flow of prana through the mind-body system. And this is referred to pranayama, the extension of life force. So the kriya pranayama essentially consists of vigorously drawing air into the body and moving it up through the spinal center, the spinal passageway, into the higher brain centers. This vigorous inhalation allows us to deliver oxygen not just to the cells all around the body, but to the cells within the marrow, within the spinal cord. And in this way, we're ensuring that each cell is being looked after. And this helps to revitalize and to rejuvenate the central nervous system and the higher brain centers. But when we look at the practice of Kriya Yoga Pranayama breathing, we can also see how it relates to the elimination or the excretion of carbon dioxide. So this is aparna. So Yogananda, in his Autobiography of a Yogi, talks about how it neutralizes the flow of prana with aparna. So this works because as we're inhaling, with this vigorous inhalation, channeling the air current up the spinal passageway, we are delivering oxygen to all the cells in the body, but we're also, on exhalation, ensuring that all of the carbon dioxide, the wasted oxygen, is being removed from the body system as well. So through this practice of Kriya Pranayama breathing exercise, we are ensuring that the body is receiving oxygen to its full capacity and in a way which is revitalizing the whole system. And we're also ensuring the removal of carbon dioxide from the body, which is ensuring the removal of all venomous toxins within the body. Now, when we look at the flow of prana, we're doing it in relation to the breathing process, as I mentioned previously. So the breathing process allows us to become aware of prana on a superficial level. But as we continue to pay attention to the breathing process, and as we continue to practice our Kriya Yoga pranayama exercise, we draw our attention inward. Our attention becomes more subtle, more refined. So we're able to become aware of the flow of prana itself, rather than just the inhalation and exhalation. We're becoming aware of the flow of prana at a subtle level. And this allows us to move into a state of pratyahara, the state of internalization. So we're transcending the simple observation and regulation of the breath in terms of inhalation, transition, and exhalation. Now we're moving to the subtle level of prana, where we're regulating the prana itself as we are now aware of it. And that is the purpose of Kriya Yoga Pranayama breathing exercise. Now, the technique itself, as mentioned by Paramahansa Yogananda in Autobiography of a Yogi, is best shared by a teacher to the student directly, rather than reading about it. Now, you may be able to come across information on how to practice this technique, but in order to really benefit, it's helpful and advised that we have somebody who can demonstrate how it works, and also to guide us as we go about practicing it ourselves, to ensure that we're doing so effectively and efficiently for our own well-being.